Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is TheJackSilkstone, and today you join me from a very sunny THORPE Park where I've returned to come and show you guys some of the latest updates that have been taking place from the UK's thrill capital. It is currently school trip season here at the park. That's right, we've got all of these buses and then loads more over there. So even though it's midweek, it's going to be a very busy day at the park. I've just returned back from the United States of America where I did a lovely little USA coaster road trip. So those vlogs will be coming out soon. But even though I get to go to all of these amazing theme parks, which I'm so grateful for, in my opinion, there's no place like a summer's day at THORPE Park. So yeah, I'm so excited to just take a nice slow walk around the park today. And yeah, there's some really big updates that I have to show you guys. The first of which is over at the entrance plaza. So I'm going to make my way over there for the first pretty huge update of the day. So I've now made my way onto THORPE Park's entrance plaza where I've got the first very big update to share with you guys. As you can see behind me, we've had a brand new massive print on what used to be the entrance screen to the park. So yeah, over the years this entrance has changed many times, and the most recent version of it, we had a big kind of screen in the middle which they could obviously change the content for depending on the event that was currently going on. So if it was Mardi Gras, you'd have a Mardi Gras screen, Carnival, Fright Nights. Throughout the year it would change. However, as I'm sure you guys probably know, over the past year or so the screen has been very temperamental, and more often than not it's always just been a black screen. It's been completely off, which obviously isn't a great look for when people first come into the park. But yeah, now they've completely redesigned this entrance screen, well, all three panels, to display this new graphic. So we're going to go and take a closer look at it. So here we go, I've got the zoom lens out. We're going to start over on the left where of course we've got the beautiful SAW the Ride mixed in with this kind of new red swirl that they introduced in the new color palette with all of the new branding back in late 2023. As we move over to the right panel, we've obviously got a similar kind of design but with Colossus over there with the other blue swirl. And then this is the big one, the kind of big main centerpiece that you walk under into the turnstiles. But let's pick out some of the details in this. So we've got the nice THORPE Park flag down on the bottom left with, of course, Hyperia. It's cool to finally start seeing some of the Hyperia branding and graphics come into the park. Because obviously when they put a new ride in, they don't have any kind of stock imagery or videos for that ride. So it takes about half a year to a year to start seeing any new rides come into kind of theme park advertising. And there we go. We finally got Hyperia loud and proud at the front of the entrance. We've also got the Swarm over here going through the iconic billboard. And a really cool detail that I feel like a lot of people will miss is that is actually the In-Betweeners car from that iconic THORPE Park In-Betweeners episode. And we've got some of the names of the In-Betweeners on it. We've got Simon, Will, Neil, and of course Jay on that car, which is kind of themed into the destruction of Swarm Island. Now this brand new entrance kind of area is of course now in line with the new branding that the park has done. So you see just behind me, this was done earlier this year. We've got some kind of ride photography in the new kind of shapes that they introduced as part of the rebrand. So yeah, this big new entrance screen is kind of tying all of that together. Now this got put up literally this morning. I've already seen a few comments online saying it looks all AI. I can 100% confirm that this has been designed. In fact, a really cool point that I forgot to mention when I was over there is that the big kind of rock at the bottom is actually the O from the logo. Don't get me wrong, I think the entrance still isn't by any means perfect. I'd love to one day hopefully see a completely redesigned kind of entrance area with new security huts and all of that, and I think the park are very aware that that needs to happen at some point in their kind of future. But for now, it's better than having a black screen as you enter the park. That's really not a good look. So yeah, it just freshens it up, and hopefully over the next few years, we will see a kind of entirely new entrance put into the park, because I do think that needs to happen. So I'm gonna head through the turnstiles and show you guys the next update. Let's go. just as I was walking over the bridge, looking at the flags, reminded me that the branding at the entrance also extends to the new entrance banners outside of the park. They're also kind of in line with this new kind of style of branding, which goes in line with the big rebrand that they did at the end of 2023. But yeah, another new thing to show you guys is this brand new Thorpe Park cabin sign, which I believe actually lights up when it gets dark. So that kind of directs you down to the Thorpe Park cabins. And again, it's all just getting in line with the new kind of Thorpe Park brand. With the kind of new colours and shapes of all of the icons that they're using on park. And that extends as I move further down the bridge, where of course a few years ago now, we got the brand new sign that went here and photo wall. Well, that sign has now been updated to show the brand new Thorpe Park logo. So there we go, it's a nice neon sign. So at Fright Nights, that'll look so cool, lit up. You'll be able to get some really nice photos there against the living wall behind it. And then one last update to show you as I enter into the Dome at the UK's most thrilling theme park. Of course, a few years ago, they put in a big photo wall on either side of this entrance. Well, that, I believe, has now gone. It's been gone a few weeks now, but it's just worth showing you. So there we go. There used to be loads of photos here and on this side as well. Those have now gone and they've been replaced with some nice little surveys. So once you've finished your day at Thorpe Park, you can come and let them know what you thought. Yeah, here we go, into the Dome, where I think a lot of people are sheltering from the sun today. It's so hot. But I'm gonna go ahead and make my way out onto the park to show you all of the updates that are taking place out there. So just look at that beautiful skyline on a nice sunny day. Oh my God, I'll tell you what, I can travel around the world, going to all of these amazing theme parks in America. There's nowhere quite like Thorpe Park on a summer's day. And yeah, now that it is summer, we've of course had Amity Beach open. Not this side, which is the normal side of the beach open. We've got this left side of the beach now open, which I have to say looks amazing with Hyperia in the background. The reason that this side of the beach is closed is because Thorpe Park are currently in the stages of looking at if they're going to develop a new kind of entertainment hub there. Planning permission has now been granted for them to build this kind of new stage area. So there'll be a stage over in this corner with kind of like a plaza, a few mini shops and kiosks. And I imagine the plan would be kind of to have that maybe open on like a hotel night, because they've got gates put in, so you could almost go down there and it'll be an entertainment hub for the hotel, and obviously it'll be huge for events like Fright Nights. Planning permission has been granted, but obviously no work has started yet. That's the reason that side of the beach is currently closed, is because work could start technically at any point now that planning permission has been granted. But yeah, if you want to head to the beach at any point this summer, then you can head over to it on that side. So as I head down the path, just where SAW Alive used to be, look at that gorgeous view out over the lake. We've got another update to share with you guys. These brand new misters that have gone in, and look, they seem very popular already. I mean, I'm not surprised on a summer's day. They're the kind of things you see in American parks all the time. It's kind of like water vapor mixed in with a fan, so it blows some beautiful, cool air into your face. These ones are permanent in place, but I think they've got loads more around the park for this summer, where it's obviously going to be very warm. So wherever you go in park, you should be able to stay nice and refreshed. Whilst I'm here, I also remembered that they've put in brand new kind of boarding videos at most of the coasters here on park. So if you're queuing up, be sure to look out for screens on a lot of the major coasters here that kind of give custom instructions on what to do when boarding. Again, for us theme park enthusiasts, it's the kind of stuff that we know through and through, but for guests coming to the park, it is nice that they're being told where to put their bags, how to kind of get into the train and pull down the restraints and all of that stuff. It's just these small things that speed up all of the dispatches on the coasters and ultimately make the queue lines as low as possible, even on busy days. So of course the Hyperia one has been there since the ride opened, but they've since been added to SAW, Nemesis and Stealth, and I think there are plans for them to come to even more coasters as the years go on here at the park, because I think they are proving very successful. So just a little update to mention whilst I'm over here at Hyperia. Of course, at the start of this season, they started putting in a brand new fence around the entire Hyperia area. Well, that fence is now fully complete. This section, which was the last to go in, has now been put in. So yeah, around this entire area now, we've got some nice new black fencing with some nice new grass over in certain areas. And yeah, I think it just makes the whole area look a whole lot more finished, a whole lot nicer. Especially now that people can't come and picnic or cross across this area, because that's what started to happen. Unfortunately, naturally, people want to get to the ride as quickly as possible. So they started cutting across this little bit of land, and it just started to look really messy. And equally, during like summer, people would start to have their picnics in this little area. Which is of course supposed to be landscaping. And yeah, to counter that, Thorpe Park have also put a lot more benches in this area, and just like behind me we've got more benches over here. Whilst I'm over here at Hyperia, I feel like I should mention my documentary, which is coming along very nicely. I've put so much work and time into my documentary, which is called The Story of Hyperia, and it tells the entire story from the very creation of the ride through to its construction right until it opened, and even after opening. But yeah, the documentary has now been wrapped. I've finished filming on it. It's just loads of post-production now, so keep an eye out for that. But I'm super happy that it's now out there. It's been announced, and you can expect that at some point later this year. I'm so excited. The story of Hyperia. So yeah, let's make our way out of the Hyperia Plaza now, because it's now time to talk about one of my favourite times of the year. That's right, it's Fright Nights. We've still got the Deadbeat sign, which was of course the brand new maze at last year's Fright Nights. But we're not going to be talking about that today. We're going to be talking about now the longest standing maze at Thorpe Park, trailers. So unlike Deadbeat, the trailer sign does come down every year, which means currently there's nothing there. All we've got is this lovely little Fright Nights board, but even just seeing that makes me excited. Fright Nights is my absolute favourite time of the year. And yeah, as I said, I'm currently outside the now longest remaining maze at Thorpe Park. It's trailers. And I know a lot of people have been speculating if trailers would return for the 2025 Fright Nights, and as of yet, no kind of details about the Fright Nights 2025 event have been announced, apart from the dates. So it'll be running from the 3rd of October through to the 2nd of November. However, if we look towards the entrance of the building, then you may notice we've had some brand new posters go in. Now, Thorpe Park have given me permission to go and give you guys a closer look at these posters, because they're very exciting. Now, of course, trailers first came to the park in 2021 as kind of like, in my opinion, a kind of resurgence of Fright Nights. We had this brand new maze put into an indoor location, and it was brilliant, and it kind of sparked the next few years worth of mazes. Like after this, we had survival games, then Stitches, and then of course Deadbeat, and these are all mazes made by the brilliant UVE. And of course 2021 was the first year that myself and Kieran were properly involved with Fright Nights. We created the promotional campaign for the marketing that year, and we've done so every year going forwards, which of course has always made it very hard for me to speculate when it comes to Fright Nights, because being in the know kind of made it a bit disingenuous. So I've always missed filming the Fright Nights update videos like I used to back in the old days when like Platform 15 was here, when Creek Freak was being built. Those are some of the highlights of my time here on YouTube. I used to love the Fright Nights construction videos. So it's cool to talk about this little bit of speculation that we've just seen. I'm not going to do too much speculating, because again, I work very closely with the team here at Thorpe Park on Fright Nights. So again, I don't want to be disingenuous, but I'm more than happy to show you guys these posters. So yeah, here we go. We've got two brand new posters. And of course, as you guys probably know, over the years, they do change these posters depending on certain things going on around this building. I mean, even for my SLK STN Unlocked event, I had some custom posters in here. So it's a great spot on Park to put kind of teasers and stuff like that. And yeah, this year, we've got these two brand new individual posters. So there we go. As I said, I won't say too much, but I look forward to reading all of the comments down below on this video to see what you guys think these posters could mean. You can absolutely see these posters from the entrance, so feel free to bring a zoom lens and try and get some nice close-ups of these beautiful new posters outside of a supersonic cinema. So back to the ride related updates now. If I spin the camera around, as you can see, the rivers over at Rumba Rapids are once again open, which is very exciting. Yay! They absolutely love it, look at that. So yeah, Rumba is back open again for the season. In an ideal world, realistically, it would have been open from day one, wouldn't it? But oh well, it is open once again now. So again, another ride update that I wish wasn't an update that I have to talk about, but we have got Stealth back open again after some extended downtime. It's always worrying when Stealth goes down, isn't it? Because so many of this coaster type around the world are unfortunately closing down or being replaced. For example, a few days ago, I was riding Top Thrill 2, which was of course previously Top Thrill Dragster over at Cedar Point. And yeah, that ride, similar to Stealth, was a hydraulic launch, one of the best launches in the world. And it unfortunately had to close and be replaced with a brand new ride system. They changed the entire ride into what is now known as Top Thrill 2. Kingda Car, what previously was the world's tallest roller coaster, literally got imploded. They blew up that roller coaster. So yeah, unfortunately, there aren't many more models of this hydraulic launch system that Stealth is left in the world. So whenever it shuts, it's always a bit worrying, but Stealth is back up and running. And as far as I'm aware, there are currently no plans to get rid of Stealth or change Stealth in the future. I think they're just going to keep it going as long as they possibly can. How long that's going to be, it's hard to say. And I also, a few days ago, had the amazing opportunity to ride the other coaster that has pretty much the exact same acceleration of Stealth, because there's two rides in the world that have now the highest acceleration. It's Stealth and Max Force over at Six Flags Great America. Having ridden both, I can 100% say that I much prefer Stealth's launch. Both of them have incredible acceleration, but Stealth's launch lasts so much longer than Max Force. So I would go as far to say that Stealth is the best launch you can get on any coaster in the world right now. So yeah, hopefully it's here for many, many years, decades to come. But as always with anything in the theme park industry, nothing is guaranteed. So be sure every time you come to the park to get a ride on Stealth, because unfortunately you never might know when it might be a last. But fingers crossed, as I said, Stealth lasts many, many years to come. There she goes, what a ride. What an absolutely gorgeous day here at Thorpe Park. And yeah, I've currently sat just outside of the marquee, which is of course where the after party for my event SLK STN Unlocked normally takes. As you can see, it currently looks a little bit different to how it does on my event night. And yeah, that relates to my next and final update, in which I need your guys' help, because I've put together a nice little survey regarding my SLK STN Unlocked event. So if you've ever been to one of my events, where of course I hire out the entirety of Thorpe Park Fright Nights for one night every November. So yeah, if you've ever attended one of those events, or if you're ever interested and would like to attend one of those events, then there's a lovely little survey that is linked down in the description below. And yeah, if you could fill that out, guys, it's just a survey that's going to help shape future SLK STN Unlocked events, and just allows you guys to give your opinions on previous ones, what has worked, what hasn't worked, what you'd like to see come to future events. So yeah, if you have a spare 5 minutes or so, I'd greatly appreciate it if you could fill out that survey for me. And yeah, keep your eyes peeled for some news regarding SLK STN Unlocked 2025 later on this year. But yeah, that brings me to the end of today's update video here from Thorpe Park, here from a very sunny Thorpe Park. I'll tell you what, I've missed doing these quick little update videos videos where I just head to the park, have a nice walk around the park, especially in this nice sunshine, and update you on all of the new additions that we've had recently. So yeah, if you have enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe. There's loads of exciting videos coming to the channel very soon. Vlogs from America, a huge Hyperia documentary, the return of the Launch podcast. There's so much going on, so be sure to subscribe and leave a thumbs up on this video if you enjoyed. And yeah, otherwise, thank you all so much for watching. My name is TheJackSilkstone. Goodbye.